People come here for peace. It's a vibe that makes you say, yeah, maybe I could find what's been missing. Whatever that is, because we are all searching. Sometimes it's giving attention to an important bond. Other days it's just taking in the sun because that makes you feel so alive. You know, so alive. And seeing parts of history, and then yourself in that history. Boy, that's an experience like you've never had before. Whether you're with a friend or maybe you're going it alone, however you choose to take on the sights, know that here we are taking a bite out of every single piece of life. Let me tell you something. When you taste a grilled fish that has just come fresh out of water, there is nothing like it. There is nothing like it that could come to my mind. Anguilla is where you fall in love with whoever, but most importantly, with yourself. Because when you find yourself, you end up finding things you didn't even know could be found. People come here for peace. It's a vibe that makes you say, yeah, maybe I could find what's been missing. Whatever that is, because we are all searching. Sometimes it's giving attention to an important bond. Other days it's just taking in the sun because that makes you feel so alive. You know, so alive. And seeing parts of history, and then yourself in that history. Boy, that's an experience like you've never had before. Whether you're with a friend or maybe you're going it alone, however you choose to take on the sights, know that here we are taking a bite out of every single piece of life. Let me tell you something. When you taste a grilled fish that has just come fresh out of water, there is nothing like it. There is nothing like it that could come to my mind. Anguilla is where you fall in love with whoever, but most importantly, with yourself. Because when you find yourself, you end up finding things you didn't even know could be found. People come here for peace. It's a vibe that makes you say, yeah, maybe I could find what's been missing. Whatever that is, because we are all searching. Sometimes it's giving attention to an important bond. Other days it's just taking in the sun because that makes you feel so alive. You know, so alive. And seeing parts of history, and then yourself in that history. Boy, that's an experience like you've never had before. Whether you're with a friend or maybe you're going it alone, however you choose to take on the sights, know that here we are taking a bite out of every single piece of life. Let me tell you something. When you taste a grilled fish that has just come fresh out of water, there is nothing like it. There is nothing like it that could come to my mind. Anguilla is where you fall in love with whoever, but most importantly, with yourself. Because when you find yourself, you end up finding things you didn't even know could be found. People come here for peace. It's a vibe that makes you say, giving attention to an important bond. Other days it's just taking in the sun because that makes you feel so alive. You know, so alive. And seeing parts of history, and then yourself in that history. Boy, that nothing like it that could come to my mind. Anguilla is where you fall in love with whoever, but most importantly, yourself. Because when you find yourself, you end up finding things you didn't even know could be found. that makes you say, yeah, maybe I could find what's been missing. Whatever that is. 'Cause we are all Sometimes it's giving attention to an important bond. Other days it's just taking in the sun because that makes you feel so alive. You know, so alive. And seeing parts of history, and then yourself in that history. Boy, that's an experience like you've never had before. Whether you're with a friend or maybe you're going it alone, however you choose to take on the sights, know that here we are taking a bite out of every single piece of life. Let me tell you something. When you taste a grilled fish that has just come fresh out of water, there is nothing like it. There is nothing like it that could come to my mind. Anguilla is where you fall in love with whoever, but most importantly, with yourself. Because when you find yourself, you end up finding things you didn't even know could be found.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to get started. If you can please be seated. Okay. A pleasant good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the American Airlines Inaugural Ceremony. To celebrate this momentous occasion, we are joined by our Premier, the Honorable Dr. Ellis Webster, members of the ministerial body, the Ministry of Tourism, the Chairman of the Anguilla Tourist Board and members of the board, the Deputy Director, Management and Staff of the Anguilla Tourist Board, the Chairman and CEO of the Anguilla Hotel and Tourism Association, ASPA, the Anguilla Chamber of Commerce, members of the media, and finally our guests, representatives for American Airlines, Mr. Jorge Ramirez and Miss Kathy Ann Edwards. Ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed a happy occasion as we gather here to welcome American Airlines to our shores. This nonstop service from Miami provides excellent connectivity to gateway cities across the U.S., allowing us to expand our outreach and enter new markets. Our tourism industry is primarily leisure-based, but there are significant opportunities to grow in the incentive and corporate arena. Scheduled service on a legacy carrier offering first and business class as well as coach makes huge difference in our pursuit of this lucrative market segment. Americans' corporate relationships, loyalty programs, and vast network of travel professionals offering inviting prospects for us as we introduce Anguilla to new audiences in new markets. The ATB is partnering with American Airlines to promote this service, which benefits all stakeholders, large and small, across all sectors. It also benefits us as residents, as many of us have relatives and friends in Florida and across the US who will now find it much easier to come home to visit. Let me also issue an invitation to the management and staff of American Airlines to bring your loved ones and families here to experience why many have chosen to lose the crowd and find themselves in paradise. But before the festivities begin, let us take a moment to acknowledge our one true God, the one from whom all blessings flow. Reverend Hodge, please lead us in a word of prayer.
I invite us to bow our heads in prayer. Let us pray. O God, our help in ages past, our hope for years to come, our shelter from the stormy blast, be thou our guide while troubles last, and our eternal home. O God, our creator, our sustainer, and our hope of salvation. Be thou the inspiration that continues to lift our leaders and our people to higher aspirations that will benefit all of the people of our beloved island home, Anguilla. Today in particular, we give you thanks that we can welcome the inaugural flight for American Airlines to Anguilla. As we stand on the verge of this truly remarkable moment in the history of our island, give us grace to accept that you are the one who makes all things possible. May this event be the beginning of great transformation in our island's economy. May those whom you have used to make this dream a reality ever remain humble and grateful to you. May the people of this nation be grateful to you for all the blessings you have bestowed upon us. Teach us how to count our blessings and to build each other up. Teach us how to love and forgive one another and live in unity. And may every family prosper and be in good health because of the goodwill we have for one another. Bless the government and the people of Anguilla. Bless the management and staff of American Airlines. May they continue to prosper. Give wisdom and guidance to each pilot and ensure the safety of each flight in the air and on the land. And may each passenger be enfolded by your presence as they travel to and from this wonderful land. May the peace and security of our land continue to dwell. Continue to shower your blessings upon us today in these proceedings. In Jesus' name, we offer our prayers with thanksgiving. Amen. God bless Anguilla, nurture and keep her noble and beauteous. We stand midst the sea. O land of the happy, a heaven we make thee, our life and love we give unto thee. With heart and souls we build our nation proud, strong and free. We love her, hold her dear to our hearts for eternity. Mighty will make her, long may she prosper. God grant our leaders wisdom and grace. May glory and honor ever
and her firm shall she stand throughout every age. With heart and souls we build our nation proud, strong and free. We love her, hold her dear to our heart for eternity. Let truth and right our banner be. We'll march ever on. Let truth and right our banner be. We'll march ever on.
Everyone, please be seated. I've just been advised that the flight will be landing in less than a minute, so turn your attention.
Please make sure you don't pass this white line. Yeah.
Oh, here it comes. I know. That's what I'm thinking.
Everyone, we're asking everyone to return to their seats, please. Everyone, we'd like to continue with the ceremony. If you can please be seated. If everyone can please be seated, we'd love to get back to the ceremony. We will now welcome remarks from the Honorable Quincia Gums Marie, Parliamentary Secretary.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. I'm unfortunately saying hello from afar. For events on the calendar of a tourism destination, few are as important as the inauguration of new air services. On behalf of the government and people of Anguilla, it gives me great pleasure to welcome American Airlines Inaugural service from Miami, Florida to Anguilla, Clayton J. Lloyd International. This is a historic event that marks a milestone in our island's tourism industry. The first commercial air service from U.S. mainland directly into Anguilla. It's a goal we have long sought, as expanding easy and convenient access to our island opens up tremendous potential for growth. In a highly competitive arena, it is essential to have nonstop service and easy connections from major markets. We have enjoyed a long and profitable relationship with American Airlines dating back to the 1990s, when American Eagle brought us the vast majority of our visitors through services 4 days a week between San Juan and Anguilla. American has helped launch Anguilla on the tourism map. We look forward to once again growing our destination with American Airlines. We are heartened and encouraged by your decision to increase the schedule to 3 times a week come January 5th, a sure indication of strength of our products and demand for Anguilla. This new American Airlines direct service to the island provides our visitor with several points of access throughout the United States, reducing our reliance on the Northwest Tri-State area. With this new Miami route, our guests through the US, the United Kingdom, South America, Dubai, and Canada now have convenient access to our wonderful island. As a legacy carrier, American Airlines has developed an enviable record of loyal passengers who have accumulated American airline miles. We predict that they too would want to reward themselves by using these miles, particularly to Anguilla. To the many Anguillians and residents, home and in the diaspora, this is your moment. Everyone knows that the reviews of Anguilla are consistent in one thing. Nowhere in the world can you find people quite like us. American Airlines did not choose Anguilla because they were asked to. They chose Anguilla because the demand created by Dales of tasty restaurants, the melodious songs of Darwin Mussington, Sprocker, Veer, and the likes. Everyone knows an Anguillian sunset by catamaran cruise is unmatched and peerless. This moment belongs to the rum punches by Gwen's, the Johnny Cakes from Nat's, the barbecue chicken from Ken's, and the smiling faces of our hospitality giants, our beautiful properties, from legacy to our newest additions. You created the demand that made Anguilla what it is. And in closing, I would like to thank the people from the Ministry of Maiku, particularly Mr. Kendall Richardson, Mr. Kareem Hodge, Jabari Harrigan, Sherman Williams, for always answering the call to ensure that we are ready for today. To the Governor, Deputy Governor, Premier, Minister of Maiku, thank you very much for the support in order to get here. You truly made $1 out of 50 cents. And to our industry partners, Four Seasons, Aurora, Frangipani, Malihana, Capjaluca, and Zemi Beach, thank you for the over $100,000 in contribution that made today possible. Thank you.
We will now have brief remarks by the Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Hayden Hughes.
Today marks a historic day in the life of Anguilla. For it was in the midst of the Second World War in 1943 that this area was cleared for an airstrip to facilitate the transatlantic travel for the war effort. It was on this spot where that dot strip stood and air transportation began. It was in the year 1959 that the very first hotel was opened by the Lloyd's family. Lloyd's guest house stood on the highest elevation on Anguilla, and the combination of an airstrip and a new hotel gave birth to tourism on an island longing for sustainable industry to propel its socio-economic development of a country and its people, a people that were known as the nomads of the Caribbean. Along this journey, a patriot by the name of James Ronald Webster envisioned an island with commercial airport large enough to attract flights from the mainland US and further afield. And while he was not successful, his dream continued through Sir Emil Gomes and the then Honorable Minister of Social Development and Infrastructure, Ms. Albina Lake Hodge. It was in the year 2005 when former Chief Minister Osborne Fleming oversaw the opening of the extension of this strip. And on July 4, 2010, the Honorable Evan Gomes renamed the airport after aviation pioneer, and the Clayton J. Lloyd International Airport was born. It would be remiss of me if I did not mention the late Chief Minister, the Honorable Hubert B. Hughes, and his many years of lobbying for an airport that can easily facilitate transatlantic flights directly from major hubs in the US. And all the aforementioned leaders, save for Mr. Evan Gomes, have since departed the earth, but it's upon their shoulders that we now stand. To you that are here today, and to the many tuning on social and other media, this marks an important event in the sustainability of our nation. The vision of the team at American Airlines cannot be understated. They have placed resources, both human and otherwise, to see this come to fruition, and we thank you. I can safely say the possibility and reality of this inaugural flight will be a success for both American Airlines and Anguilla, and we will do all we can to ensure that this is sustainable, as our success is dependent on each other. That said, today would not even be possible without the funding that was provided by the people of the United Kingdom through our Governor's Office. Her Excellency Governor Deline Danielle Selvaratnam continues to be an ambassador for national infrastructure development, and the leadership of the Honorable Ellis Lorenzo Webster is key to the success that we enjoy today. And that is the goal of a modern facility right here is also their top priority, and it will be done. In closing, I would like to remind us that today would not be possible without the hard work of the Honorable Parliamentary Secretary, Ms. Quincy Gomes Marie, the buy-in of the hotel partners, the work of the Chairman of the Anguilla Tourist Board, Mr. Kenroy Hubbard, Director Libert, and the board and staff of the Anguilla Tourist Board. This would not be possible without the diligence of the Jabari Harrigan, Karim Hodge, and my great team at the Ministry of Tourism and Infrastructure, and also together with the team of Health and Finance. This is a team effort. This is a historic day, and it is safe to say that today would not be possible without the dedication and professionalism at American Airlines, who with us kept engaged and exchanged information freely and with a level of unprecedented transparency. We know that this would not be a reality if change did not come to this country. But most of all, today would not be possible without the support of the people of Anguilla and the mercies of God Almighty, who placed us here for such a time as this and to navigate the great challenges of today's world. Saturday, December 11, 2021 is indeed a historic day. And the many that took this journey with us will forever remember that they were part of history. They were the first to take the first commercial direct flight from the United States of America to Anguilla on one of the greatest aviation companies the world has seen, and forever they will be first in a season of firsts. So I say to you all, welcome to my island, your home. I welcome you to a place where you can lose the crowd and find yourself. I welcome you to the land of 33 white sand beaches and the world's best collection of Airbnbs, villas, hotels, restaurants that together with our roadside delights have turned Anguilla into the culinary capital of the Caribbean. I welcome you today to the land of Banky Bank's roots and herbs and Michelin star chef Koth Gums. I welcome you to the land of Miss United Kingdom Great Britain, Miss Deanne Kentish Rogers, and professional cyclist and jaunty champion, Mr. Hassan Hennis. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the birthplace of European 100-meter sprint champion and Olympic 100-meter finalist, Zarnell Hughes, and to the land of the United Kingdom long jump record holder and world champion silver medalist, Miss Shara Proctor, and West Indies cricketers, Omari Banks and Jamal Hamilton. And I welcome you to the land of the Taino people and their Fountain Temple. It's safe to say that this 3 miles by 6 miles long island is a special place. And on this Saturday afternoon, I welcome you to the land of rainbows and the largest ocean territory in the region. But most of all, I welcome you to Anguilla and look forward to a long and fruitful relationship. May God bless you and keep you safe. On behalf of a grateful nation, I welcome American Airlines to Anguilla. Thank you.
We will now have brief remarks by the chairman of the Anguilla Tourist Board, Mr. Kenroy Herbert.
Anguilla, give yourself a round of applause. What a moment. What a moment. You know, I'm going to go off script a little bit, but sitting here today, or rather standing here today, I got goosebumps because this means so much for Anguilla. So I am delighted to be here with you all this afternoon to mark the occasion of American Airlines' return to Anguilla with direct service from Miami. I speak for all the island's tourism stakeholders when I say we know that this introduction of scheduled service from the U.S. mainland is a game changer for our tourism industry. Access is the most critical factor for any destination, and with the excellent connectivity provided through the Miami Gateway, these new flights will create a host of business and leisure opportunities for our island. We have worked diligently with our tourism stakeholders to prepare for this arrival, and they have generously assisted us with carrying out many of the improvements here at Clayton Lloyd J International Airport that were needed to facilitate American Airlines and indeed other carriers to come to Anguilla. Our vision is to truly develop an international airport and welcome continental and transatlantic flights from around the world to our shores. We are expanding our market efforts to new lucrative markets to ensure that these flights not only remain full, but to guarantee the addition of even more frequent service and new routes. The director and I just returned from ILTM, the International Travel Mart in Cannes, France, where we found an extremely receptive audience to our tourism product and very keen interest in Anguilla. We met with a host of new travel professionals, generating new leads and forging long-term relationships. Our team at the Anguilla Tourist Board is dedicated to supporting American Airlines to educate both your reservation staff and your network of travel advisors about Anguilla's tourism product. We continue to work with our travel partners, our stakeholders on island, and industry professionals in market to actively promote and utilize this new service, which provides such easy and convenient access to Angola. To American Airlines, thank you for including Angola once again in your route network. The time is right. This is our moment, and we look forward to a long-lasting partnership to our mutual benefit and success. Welcome to Angola. Welcome back to Angola. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Now we will have remarks by Ms. Kathy Ann Edwards, American Airlines Regional Manager, Eastern Caribbean Airport.
The Honorable Premier and Minister of Finance and Health, Premier Ellis L. Webster, MD. In her absence, the Honorable Mrs. Quincy Gums and the Honorable Minister Hayden Hughes. Mrs. Stacy Liebert, Director of Tourism. Mr. Kenroy Herbert, Chairman of Anguilla Tourist Board. Mr. Kevin Carty, President, Anguilla Hotel and Tourism Association. Mr. Jorge Ramirez Blanco, Vice President, Envoy International Operations. Other ministers of government, members of cabinet, ladies and gentlemen. The privilege is mine to be with you all today as we launch this new service between Anguilla and Miami in a continuation to expand Americans' presence in the Caribbean. At American Airlines, we are incredibly proud of our continued growth in the Caribbean. We will be serving 35 destinations this winter. This has been an exciting week for us as we launch not one, but 2 new destinations, Dominica last Wednesday and today Anguilla. We are underscoring our commitment to opening the doors of the Caribbean to the world and helping not only the recovery, but ultimately the growth of tourism in the region. Today, our entire American Airlines family is thrilled to launch our new service between the natural paradise of Anguilla and Miami. We are becoming the first airline to offer non-stop service to the U.S. mainland. And while initially this flight will operate twice per week, we look forward to increasing our schedule to 3 times per week. And in just a few weeks, more consideration in this regard. 2021 has been a year of recovery and growth for us around the world. And we hereby reinforce our commitment to the Caribbean in 2022 and beyond. We serve as a leading airline operating more than 140 daily flights to 35 destinations. We wish to congratulate the people of Anguilla. We pray God's blessings upon you, opening doors in every way, and we thank you for the courtesies that you would have extended to us. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Kathy, for being here. And now we will have remarks by Mr. Jorge Ramirez, who is the VP, Envoy International Operations.
Thank you, Stacy. Well, congratulations, Anguilla. What more is there to be said when we have an arrival just like the one we had today? Having goosebumps, pictures say 1,000 words. But my brief words today will be thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Anguilla, for welcoming us back. On my personal side, I remember those days back with the American Eagle coming out of San Juan and having the San Juan operation and coming to Anguilla. So I want to thank you for welcoming me back. I congratulate you for such beautiful smiles. Thank you for the warm welcomes. I love seeing old friends and meeting new friends. So on behalf of American Airlines and on behalf of Envoy, I want to let you know that we are here committed to this island. It gives me great pleasure to be standing here with all of you and my dear friend Kathy Ann as well. I want to welcome our Chief Pilot Captain Joe Teese. he wants to make a presentation of the flag. Captain, please step up here with me. He wants to make a presentation of the flag of Anguilla, and that is for you. So Stacy, please, would you receive it as the Mr. Premier, please.
Mr. Premier,
Thank you, Captain.
on behalf of American Airlines and Envoy, I present to you this flag that was flown on this flight. It's my honor. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Premier. So, I might be wearing Envoy on my socks, but I'm wearing Anguilla in my heart. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Jorge. That was fantastic. And now we will have brief comments by Mr. Kevin Cardy, President of the Anguilla Hotel and Tourism Association.
Thank you, officials, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. What a great afternoon. On my way to this very, very important and I would say auspicious event, it crossed my mind that this is probably one of the most pivotal moments in our nation's history. And Ken Roy mentioned game changer, a definite game changer. And to put it into context, if you look across the globe, you look at different nations, countries, continents, fiefdoms, kingdoms, or whatever, they all have pivotal moments, moments that really make a change in either direction, trajectory, speed, in their economies, in their the whole makeup, whatever goes into making up that nation. And I can reference, for instance, the Battle of Hastings in England, 1066. It was profound, it was pivotal. 4th of July, 1776 in the United States of America was pivotal. 1838, our emancipation. 1967, our revolution. And today is pivotal. It is a definite game changer. We all know that hospitality is the #1 industry. That's even an understatement to express how important it is to our nation. But it's not just about the hotels and car rentals and restaurants and taxi drivers. Everything in Anguilla, pretty much, emanates from or through tourism. Be it the government treasury, the hospital, the school, you name it. Everything emanates from tourism. Our membership base in the AHTA, the Anguilla Hotel and Tourism Association, is wide and diverse. We have banks, we have grocery stores, we have car rentals, restaurants, hotels, you name it, because everything is connected to tourism. So when this is, I say pivotal, it is pivotal for our nation as a whole. And for me, I feel very fortunate to be able to address you here this afternoon. And I would admonish you to take a look around, look at each other, even take a picture. This is a moment that you want to remember. 11th of December 2021 was a day that brought great change to our small island nation. To American Airlines, I want to say welcome aboard and welcome to Anguilla. Thank you very much.
And finally, we will have remarks from the Premier, the Honorable Ellis Webster.
Protocol already established. Good afternoon. Today I'm a proud Anguillian. And there's sometimes, you know, when the road seems difficult, when the process seems hard, but when you're surrounded by a team like the team we have in each department, in each ministry, when we have, you said George or Jorge? He said anything, but don't call him late for dinner. Mr. Ramirez, Ms. Edwards, it's such a pleasure to have you here and to have brought American Eagle, American Airlines back to the shores of Anguilla. This is an auspicious occasion. This is a day that will go down in history. And in all our memories, we'll want to remember where we were on December 11 of 2021. Connectivity. That is an important word. From the days of the Wright brothers wanting to fly, Anguilla as an island nation needing to have connection with the rest of the region. We have pilots and their names are enshrined on the wall when you come in. And those are pilots that help to put Anguilla on the map. But I think today that we have ascended to a different level, where we have commercial flights now from mainland USA. And I say we need to give a round of applause to American Airlines, to the tourism, to the different ministries, to the administrations, past and present. We do not take all the praise and glory for this happening because we know that the road was paved. But certainly we are here today and we give God the glory. We give each one of you the praise, the admiration, to the chief pilot, his assistant, co-pilot, and to the crew of American Airlines. I want to say thanks for a good day. God brought them safely here to Anguilla shores, and we pray that he'll take this flight and the passengers back safely to Miami this evening. So again, I want to say thanks to everyone who had a small part or a major part, to all of you for coming out, for everyone, for the media, and for everyone. Thank you very much to American Airlines. Thank you for seeing Anguilla as a destination that needs your help, and we look forward to making it profitable for you. Thank you again. Lose the crowd, find yourself. Thank you.
And to deliver our vote of thanks and close us out, Miss Alicia Carty.
Thank you. Yes. Adopting the protocol already established, I wish a pleasant good afternoon to everyone joining us at the Clayton J. Lloyd International Airport via the radio, social media, and the World Wide Web. With a heart of gratitude, I rise to bring the curtain down on this momentous occasion by saying thank you to a few key individuals who made today's ceremony a success. Above all, thanks to God Almighty for allowing us to witness what everyone would deem a major milestone for Anguilla, and something I am proud to say I would have witnessed in my youth. Events like today are a very clear reminder of the opportunities that come with development and growth. Thank you to Reverend Wilmoth Hodge for the invocation and Gershwin Lake for the stunning rendition of the national song. Mr. Kenroy Herbert, Chairman of the Anguilla Tourist Board, and Mr. Kevin Carty, President of the Anguilla Hotel and Tourism Association, thank you for your timely and stirring remarks. To the Honorable Parliamentary Secretary, Ms. Quincy Gums Marie, I say a special thanks for her remarks and also ensuring that the Youth Parliament had a role to play in this ceremony. Additionally, much can be said about the Honorable Minister of Maikut, Mr. Hayden Hughes' heart and passion for Anguilla as it continues to show in his execution and delivery. Thanks for your remarks that paint a picture for the bright future we must all create together. A heartfelt thanks is extended to our new friends and tourism partners from American Airlines. Ms. Kathy Ann Edwards, American Airlines Regional Manager, Eastern Caribbean Airport, and Mr. George Ramirez, the VP of Envoy International Operations. We are delighted that you were able to join us today in welcoming this inaugural flight and appreciate the commitment American Airlines has made to elevating the tourism products of Anguilla. Thanks to one who continues to be a humble and exemplary leader in these unprecedented times. Our Honorable Premier, Dr. Ellis Lorenzo Webster, will remain Mindful of your remarks and well wishes today, and also look forward to the promise of even brighter days and prouder moments for Anguillans at home, abroad, and those by heart. There are countless departments and individuals whose roles were an integral piece to what was executed today. We extend gratitude to the management and staff of the Anguilla Tourist Board, Anguilla Air and Seaport Authorities, Clayton J. Lloyd International Airport, including its stakeholders and local operators. In addition to the staff at Maikut, the Chamber of Commerce, Anguilla Hotel and Tourism Association, the Anguilla and Fire and Rescue Service, and the management and staff at the Ministry of Health and Lloyd's Aviation. I could also not forget to mention the contractors who worked tirelessly around the clock to ensure the necessary renovations were completed to welcome this inaugural flight and new service. To In Anguilla, Zuri Wilkes Photography, and all the media and press houses represented, and to you, the audiences, both physical and virtual, we say thank you. I leave you with this quote by Margaret J. Wheatley. There is no power for change greater than a community discovering what it cares about. Made evident today by the many persons who would have had a hand in today's ceremony, we can conclude that the care necessary to improve air access to Anguilla and further develop our tourism product will reap a great reward. God bless you and God bless Anguilla. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia, and thank you everyone for being here today to celebrate with us. We greatly appreciate your support. Upon exiting, we're going to ask everyone to exit this way as we can't commingle with the passengers that just deplaned. So if you can, please, whenever you're ready, we're not telling you to leave right now, but if you can, just exit this way. Thank you again and have a great evening.
I could find what's been missing, whatever that is, because we are all searching. Sometimes it's giving attention to an important bond. Other days it's just taking in the sun because that makes you feel so alive. And seeing parts of nature, and then yourself in that nature. Boy, that's an experience like you never had before. Whether you're with a friend or maybe you're going it alone, however you do, take all the sights. Know that here we are taking a bite out of every simple thing. Let me tell you something. When you taste a grilled fish that has just come fresh out of water, there is nothing like it. There is nothing like it that could come to my mind. Anguilla is where you fall in love with whoever, but most importantly, with yourself. Because when you find yourself, you end up finding things you didn't even know could be found. People come here for peace. It's a vibe that makes you say, yeah, maybe I can find what's the whatever that is. All makes you makes you feel so alive. You know, so alive. And seeing parts of history, and then yourself in that history. Boy, that's an experience like you've never had before. Whether you're with a friend or maybe you're going it alone, however you choose to take on the sights, know that here we are taking a bite out of every single piece of life. Let me tell you something. When you taste a grilled fish that has just come fresh out of water, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it that could come to my mind. Anguilla is where you fall in love with whoever, but most importantly, with yourself. Because when you find yourself, you end up finding things you didn't even know could be found. People come here for peace. It's a vibe that makes you say, yeah, maybe I could find what's been missing. Whatever that is, because we are all searching. Sometimes it's giving attention to an important bond. Other days it's just taking in the sun because that makes you feel so alive. You know, so alive. And seeing parts of history, and then yourself in that history. Boy, that's an experience like you've never had before. Whether you're with a friend or maybe you're going it alone, however you choose to take on the sights, know that here we are taking a bite out of every single piece of life. Let me tell you something. When you taste a grilled fish that has just come fresh out of water, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it that could come to my mind. Anguilla is where you fall in love with whoever, but most importantly, with yourself. Because when you find yourself, you end up finding things you didn't even know could be found.